One of the key value propositions of the Oracle Modern Data Platform is getting more value out of data. This requires the capability to gather and then process the data efficiently and then present to the business in tools and methods to help them make decisions faster and within context. Taking credit card fraud as an example, financial service institutions can use a machine-based learning solution that monitors credit card transactions and allows a financial crimes team to rapidly separate fraud from legitimate transactions. Now I want to show you one of 3 vignettes. The first vignette will be working with flowing from point-of-sale information coming from, say, a retailer. And then what we're going to do is walk through Oracle Integration Cloud and then how it posts information to the Oracle streaming service from an ingestion perspective. Once that information is ingested into the streaming service, it is then placed onto the Service Connector Hub. That Service Connector Hub will then place the data directly into object storage. And in this demonstration, what we'll do is walk through this first flow so that you can see how information can be received by OCI so that it can be further processed. Now we're going to walk into the project management capability of OIC Integration 3. You can see we have a simple integration. We'll show it simple, but we have an integration here which has 2 connections, REST trigger and streaming. So let's kind of go into the integration itself. It's pretty straightforward. It's a trigger. It's going to take a payload, a JSON payload, and inside that JSON payload we will then go through a scope and basically do a merchant check to make sure there's a merchant in the payload that's coming from the point of sale. And then we're going to invoke OCI streaming service stream that's configured inside of the connection. So let's work on running this particular integration flow. And so here we see the body, and see the body is going to be particular information based upon the point of sale. And from the merchant that we're working with, we're going to run that. And here you'll see in the activity stream, because we're running in debug mode, you'll see all the tracing levels that's required for this particular flow. So you can take a look at the payload, the headers, download this if you'd like, and then all the way through the different steps of that particular integration as defined by your business requirements. So finally we will come down and invoke the processing stream. The next step is the streaming service itself. So we'll be sending data to OCI streaming service, and creating streams are really straightforward. So we basically create a stream, and in this case it would be a new retailer, and that new retailer would then be tied to an existing or a new stream pool, and all we need to do is choose that particular pool that we want to use. I'm going to cancel out here, so cancel. And so let's go into the actual stream that we're working with right now. So this is the stream pool we're working with, and there's a variety of information here that you can configure. Loading messages from the post that we just did, we can't see them right now, but from the metrics perspective, we'll click here on the metrics. You can see that we've sent some data directly in, and you can see that the performance and the throughput for the environment as it works from the streaming perspective. Now from the streaming is that what we want to do is be able to connect this to resources and platform objects inside of OCI. So we use the Service Connector Hub to do that. So in this case we'll use streaming as a source, and then we can then insert tasks if we want to in between the source and the target. And so in this case we'll have a stream pool of OCI CIS stream. We can connect, and then which stream that it's tied to. We can also connect to serverless functions that you can build inside of OCI. In this case, it would be a notification function doing some work, notifying an event has happened. It could actually go back to Oracle Integration Cloud, say something has happened and we've ingested some additional information. And finally, the endpoint or the target would be the object storage. So it's a very straightforward kind of capability. So from what we've configured already from a Service Connector Hub, we have grabbing data that's been posted and then putting into object storage. And you can see we are then piping that directly to the raw data bucket inside of OCI object storage. And then OCI object storage, we'll just open this up here, and you'll see inside the folder, that's the identifier for the service connector saying it's coming from here, and then you can see that it's been posted as a zipped up file. In Vignette 2, the Data Integration Service, which is a native platform service inside of OCI, will take data from the object storage, which we have previously placed there, and then move that and transform that into the Autonomous Data Warehouse, as well as move that to the Anomaly Detection Service, which uses an object bucket storage for its processing capabilities. You'll see that in the following demo. This is the Data Integration Service workspace, and inside that particular workspace, I'm going to do a test a connection, and for a particular type of data asset. In this case, it's actually an object bucket. But what we can do is create different types of data assets and pull data assets from Oracle and non-Oracle sources. In this case, for example, we might define an RDS, an Amazon Web Service RDS Oracle database, but we can talk to Microsoft Azure, Amazon Aurora, Hive, InfluxDB, and very importantly, Fusion applications. We put in the connection details, and then we test the connection, and that becomes something that we can use as we build out our projects. When we look at the projects, we can see, in this case, it's the credit card data integration project. We have organizational folders and tasks, and then data flows, and then pipelines. So tasks are usually unit things that I say task A, task B, task C, and then pipelines, you actually stitch together different tasks. In this case, this task is taking CIS data, which resides inside of a bucket. So we grab the data from the point of sale at the beginning, and we place it in a bucket, and then we say, okay, this is where the CIS data resides. And we can take that data and then insert that into the Autonomous Data Warehouse. And that's the flow that we're working with here from an integration perspective. So the key activity in this particular task is to perform some sort of validation. So it's a switch statement. I want to say if it's valid data, then, and basically a null check, then process that data. That'll be the, let's say, ETL that we would then use to load into the Autonomous Data Warehouse. And then if it's unmatched, then we would have an error data processing and put that, in this case, into a bucket. But the question is that, well, maybe we might want to, there's other tasks we can mix in and drag and drop, similar to what you can do inside of Oracle Integration Cloud. In this case, we want to actually select a function, a serverless function, a notification function, and say, okay, notify users of the activity. And that notify users actually could start a business process inside of Oracle Integration Cloud. And then so that the data has been unmatched can then be reviewed and processed by business users that get that information. So from projects, we fundamentally, what we do is then we promote the different tasks and pipelines to applications. So that defines the application from that metaphor. So in this case, we have an FSI, the credit card data processing. And so here we've just defined 3 different tasks that we can run. And these tasks can be scheduled and run as you need them, or they can be automatically triggered to occur. And so here I've triggered one by hand just to kind of show how this works. And so that you can see I have the task that started, and then you can see that it's actually processed. We get the average runtime and metrics associated to that task. Applications, and we can run another task, and then this task is taking data from Autonomous Data Warehouse and then placing it into object storage so that the Anomaly Detection Service can process that data inside the Anomaly Detection Service. So we can have that full round trip and follow the flow that we defined earlier, or that we defined in the architecture. So I'm going to submit the credit card data, which is a time series data, and then placing it into an object storage. The Anomaly Detection Service will then process it. The final vignette, which we demonstrate in screen captures, shows how the Anomaly Detection Service consumes and processes the merged data and then presents this data to the business consumer for action-based outcomes on transaction anomalies from the point of sale information captured. In these three screen captures, Oracle Analytics Cloud presents time-based visualizations. We see geolocation of the retailers and time-slice trends of the transactions and anomalies identified. Finally, this use case delivers a cohesive solution leveraging low-code platform services in OCI to solve business problems shared by our customers.